Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PUBG European League Phase 3. We are in the final stretch, Lauren.
We are.
Two more games to go, yeah.
Had to get a brew. It's a long day.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Well,
obviously, you know, we're looking at the top and we're looking at the bottom. We're looking at 27 points for Team Liquid. If they're going to do it, this is the game they have to do it, because they are falling behind. We may be seeing back-to-back champions with FaZe Clan, who honestly have been there for the last 2 weeks. So, you know, they've stepped up. It hasn't been, I would say, as close run as it was in Phase 2. Phase 2 really could have been open between 4 teams. I would say FaZe have definitely stepped ahead, along with TSM and Team Liquid. TSM dropped off last week. Team Liquid stepped it up. And now Calvin looks lost. Calvin looks lost. You know what he might be looking lost for? Is because the Knights are now 4 points behind them. They have closed the gap.
Why is he just adorable?
He just looks a little lost. Not too sure. N47 are all in position, at least. They have chased and killed, I believe. G2, haven't they? Yeah, they're still ahead of them, so it's still close between them, actually. Considering, you know, they come into this as they were Zooked at Nam. They were previously known as, of course, coming through contenders, picked up by N47. 571 points for them. Meanwhile, G2, 563. What a performance. They've really, you know, as a rookie team coming in the top 6 is very impressive. Fortunately, it doesn't mean they'll be at the PGC, even though they will probably be finishing in that 6th spot, because it's all about the global points, and they had 0 from Phase 2. The Knights, though, man, they needed that. I just spoke to Reels.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. It's just like you could tell the pressure was off. They were in some deep trouble. But with that win, a 22-point win as well, it puts them on 470 with DESPERADO's just ahead. But more importantly, GamerLegion and RazorEdge, they're now on the bubble still.
Yeah.
3 points between them.
Bloody hell. This is going to come down to the last game, isn't it? It feels like one of those. You have to ignore me if I'm just sipping away at my tea. But
I feel sorry as well, because GamerLegion, if you remember back to Minsk, and you know, if you want to remember Minsk, I know it's something a lot of us tried to forget.
I think Richard will never remember it.
Oh good lord, yeah,
he had to go to Blooming Hospital.
He had to go to hospital there. But back in November, GamerLegion were one of those teams that missed out by just a couple of points from qualifying for Phase 1. So, you know, they've fought tooth and nail throughout the year in the contenders to get here, just along with N47.
Yep.
And it's going to suck if they go back down again. RazorEdge did make it. They've been here for all 3 phases, but this is the first time they've really been pressured. They did fall away heavily at the end of Phase 2, with obviously the illness from Chris and the changes that came with the team. It was looking so good for them at the start. They picked up so many wins. It was such a good, strong start for them.
Yeah, I mean, losing out on Chris was always going to be a bit of a tough one as well, and certainly missed within the roster. He was a big proponent in some of their points coming in. He was such a, you know, he was able to frag out a hell of a lot, got them back into the swing of things, but it is what it is. You have to just move on and try and do the best you can with what you've got in front of you, and sadly for them, they have felt flat. Hey, look, they're such nice guys though, so I'm hoping we see do well here. Again, it's never easy when you look at the relegation side of things, because as much as it is all fun and games now, this is a career for these guys.
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
this is the chance to do this for a living, and not everyone gets that, and it does take being the best and doing the best you can week in, week out. Yeah,
and it's also about consistency throughout, which, to put it in comparison, right, RazorEdge have had 7 wins this phase out of the 94 games we played so far. You know who else has had 7 wins? Team Liquid. But consistency between, obviously, those games that you don't win has been obviously a big factor. We've been seeing a lot of big fat zeros. You know, RazorEdge hold the record of the 1 point day. They had 4 points yesterday. They've had some awful days. We've got to see whether they can turn it on when it counts, with 2 rounds remaining. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Match 95. Thank you very much if you've been with us throughout the phase, throughout the entire year of PUBG Pro League action here in Europe. It has been a delight to cast. And now with just 2 rounds remaining, we're going to decide, will we see Team Liquid put a marker down? Will we see them challenge FaZe Clan, or will we see them dominate Phase 3 as they did with Phase 2. Oh my word, this plane.
Bloody hell. Barely goes over land. Oof. Okay, so from Milta to Primorsk is the path we have.
Well, that's... I mean,
that's
this tells me it's a Sosnovka Island circle.
It makes you feel that way, but FaZe aren't dropping Sosnovka. They're
Oh,
going
Liquid
Milta.
are going more power. Oh my god, here we go. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you're going to win, you take down the beast.
Observers, all I'm going to ask is, please just watch these two. I don't care if anything else happens. Watch these two.
I mean, FaZe are like, what the...
Who on earth is that?
Who is someone? And they've taken Milta power. They've taken it, both of them.
Absolutely nabbed it.
So FaZe are going houses. ENCE are long dropping further north of NIP. Obviously, the Knights are going standard territory. Raise Your Edge going standard, but they've also got Desperados and DA and 7 on the island with them. So that's getting very crowded.
Oh, we've got a hot drop. We've actually got a hot drop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hot drop.
Because Liquid could have made PUBG. They could have made PUBG. There's no doubt about it. They could have made PUBG. They have dropped on the FaZe Clan. This, as I said, if you're going to make a play, this is it.
Okay.
We knew it was going there.
Let's just observe them. I think we can make a gentleman's agreement that anything else doesn't matter. This is literally for first place. And Liquid, they're not a team they'll often hot drop. They're not known for it. Neither are FaZe. They don't like that. They play a very reserved game. This is sick. We are still looking at it. No, I don't care about this fight at all. Sorry, Gavin. I thought you were really cute when you were walking over to your PC, but...
$100,000 first place, and of course, more importantly, you get the trophy. That's what they want. Team Liquid have said throughout the entire year, from the Face It Global Summit when they were dropping and challenging the likes of 17 Gaming in Pochinki, saying, we don't care, we are setting our sights on PGC. This is putting a statement to PGC. Well, if you go in there as the champions of Europe, that is the statement you want.
Now, the thing is, what do Liquid do with this? This is not a rotation they know.
Now, right? Yeah.
They don't know this area as well. They've not had to play through TSM. They've not had to play through G2. They don't know this area like the others. They'd normally be heading across that western bridge. This is a whole different environment for Liquid here. And if anything, they've just kind of stunted FaZe. They don't necessarily have to fight them themselves. Look at the loot that they're going to have to go for. Fuzzface is up by Lumberyard. You've got a couple in the isolated compounds. Because FaZe can't go towards Milta completely because TSM loot there.
Ubah's down looking for a boat right now. Team Liquid are doing the same. Fuzz actually made a good adjustment. He went up to Lumbermill. Just like, you know what, fine, there's no one up here. So TSM are off. They're coming over, but DA are at the crossroads. They only have 2 members down that way, though, so it's not really a bridge campus per se. They're more importantly looking towards getting position, it seems. Yeah, so they're pulling away from that one. 7 are still in Novo at the moment. So not any camps to worry about for them until they turn into DA, which now they might get shot at.
Now we're going to have to see the knock-on effect. If you're Liquid, you're looking for boats as well. That's going to be the big thing. They're going to take away probably some of the boats from FaZe here. FaZe might be able to get the one south of Milta anyway, but I'm curious what FaZe's loot is like. I'd love to see that. TSM having troubles. Michael, oh no! Mert just got Rory.
And Iroh just crashed into the rock. So that's 1 gone and 1 stuck. And here he's got support. Mitraleius is nearby. Gustav's on nothing as well. I'll tell you what, Mert did some damage there to catch them doing... To catch all 3 cars and do that. Jeez, he must have naded him. Yeah, it had to be a nade.
Had to have been something. FaZe in the boats, Liquid in the boats. Heading off from the southeast side. I'm going to be talking about this. Open up the map stream if you'd like to, because this is the one that is going to matter. FaZe might be going for a Novo landing here. That's something they've done before.
Yeah, and luckily for them, 7 have left Novo. So FaZe, 4 in a boat for FaZe, 4 in a boat for Liquid. And they're both going to get in safely.
Yep. And I wish we could go on board with FaZe here just to see what loot they've gone away with. I mean, they're still going to be okay on even limited amounts. They could even maybe just kind of run through Novo a bit, but still.
NIP are pulling up on the Knights here. They've been in Lipovka. Oof. It was a good shoulder peek, though. Vard using his CS experience there to go for the close quarter combat. Little underhand nade, stop nades almost from Snark as he pops another one out. He's got a second in his bag at the moment. Instead gets nades back. That's caught out for the side. Here comes the push, but he catches the side angle. Gets Gaxi down. That's an important point for the Knights.
Oh, the pre-fire, it was nicely thought through, but Vard instantly pushes it, goes for the refrag. He did lose out on Gaxi, though, in that whole process.
Nice play, Vard. Honestly, I bank my points on him every time in close quarter combat.
He's got
solid in that.
Great fundamentals.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really good stuff. Let's again
let's actually look at the circle, because Razor Edge have got the prime compounds for this, whereas obviously you're to look towards GamerLegion, and where the hell are they? GamerLegion. Oh, okay, no, they're on the hill next to them.
They're doing okay. They're in a decent enough spot. Not the best spot. You're more than happy with it, though. At this point, they're pretty centralized on this. They could get overwhelmed. That's the only thing. A lot of eyes will look towards that as soon as you start. DA
getting a bit of sweet revenge. TSM will catch him off guard. It was Mert that did all the damage on the roadside, so Michael got him. Liquid pulling up safely on the cliffs. FaZe are safe in Novo as well. G2 going for the 2-2 as they head over the river. Knights are just scouting the east bridge. Na'Vi coming over the west bridge. ENCE working their way down south slowly. And NIP, well, MBS has gone in a boat, but the rest are going on in a vehicle. CrowCrowd also in boats, by the way, coming out the full west side. So that's the lay of the land. As we go to what could be our last Sosnovka circle, we don't know what's going to come in the next game.
Yeah, who knows? Here comes Na'Vi. Bit of pressure on them as they make it across. That's from the Desperados.
Standard for Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's what Liquid used to do on these rotations too. Instantly swing on towards the hillside and then work off the back of it. Works wonders. Liquid still on the southeast of the military island. FaZe closer towards Radio Tower. Just kind of at the crossroads there. Not too much threat coming their way. G2 trickling across, and the Knights are obviously on the eastern bridge, but it's not a huge problem. And DA trying to pull up all their players towards this edge building. I guess I want to call it a compound. Lovely driving from Monkey.
I shall sink with my boat. Continuing on, this is going towards GamerLegion here. Yeah, they're just going to pull back to the compound. It's GamerLegion taking the shots on them along with N47, I think. Yep. Which is actually, I think, is GamerLegion's main threat at the moment. N47 on that ridge line. Live points, as you all know, everybody's watching on Twitch has them ready and able for them. So keep your eyes on that. And just to confirm, in case you're new and for whatever reason you're tuning in, I know there's quite a few of you in there. The points you're seeing on the side of your screen are for Phase 3 alone. They do not include the global points. In terms of global points, we pretty much have our 6 teams confirmed already. I don't think anything's ever going to change now. That's, of course, FaZe Clan, Team Liquid, TSM, Na'Vi, CrowCrowd, and G2.
Speaking of Na'Vi, under some pressure from 7, right down towards the bottom of it, but a bit of a wildcard team, to say the least. Some highs and lows with them, but they can still be deadly. They're a bit of a hurricane, aren't they? They just tear through teams sometimes and then fizzle out, but can be a bit of danger. So Na'Vi backing them away from that. They don't need to take that fight. They've found what they were looking for.
Doozy's vehicle not looking the best. A little bit smoky.
And there's an engagement. Ivor right next to mxey. That's going to be a fight happening soon. There's mxey to find it even. T-Bone trying to find the trade frag, but the nade's going to follow pretty soon, and he knows he can't get too close by. He has a little swivel, and you can see GamerLegion now eyeing up some points. They need it too.
Absolutely. N47 have been top fraggers throughout the phase. They've really done very well, but this could be a fight GamerLegion absolutely need to win. T-Bone at the tree. mxey chooses to back away from that one. He knows there's nades coming his way as he gets spotted out. 2 in the building. Vascu on the side, just basically waiting for all the nade damage to be finished and flushed. But now Aduzi gets involved, catches Ivor from the side. He's done and gone. So N47 have bled out that last man. They're not going to be able to get the heal on him at all. That molly well short. GamerLegion done well to avoid all this damage.
Yeah, GamerLegion still looking for a way to get N47 off their doorstep, though.
Circle shrink, by the way, goes over to the western side of the island. Liquid pulling right up onto 7.
Yeah, this is a pull-up. 7 already got some big damage on Na'Vi. They could play on the southern side here, maybe look at DA. It looks like Liquid aren't sure where they want to go with this. If they crash further north, DA are waiting for them, and M47 are peeled away.
They've run out of nades. As simple as that. They didn't get any knocks with those nades, so they said, all right, let's disengage. TSM are going for it. They're going on to Lynx's compound. I think they've realized there's only one player in there. Lynx is going to get the one down. That's on the straight pull up there. Gustav runs over Iroh in the same time as they try and come in. That's not good. That's not how you want to work it. This is all going wrong for TSM. Is Michael the last man? I think he is.
I think so.
Where's Rory? I didn't see Rory involved. He's maybe gone already.
Not sure.
He looks like he's the last man. Good grief.
Yeah, he is. Last man alive, Michael.
And Desperado's all coming in force now, coming down the road.
To be fair, they need to. That's a really highly sought after compound, especially on these circles, so...
Oh, G2.
No.
Oh, no,
Fail.
the boat. Oh, dear.
One person always seems to make it out from that, though.
Yeah.
That's about it.
NELLOZ gets out of there. Braexco smiles away. Ay, ay, ay.
All right, so the Knights make it across the Eastern Bridge. NELLOZ is still being pinned into the water by Reciprocity. Braexco is not going to pay any attention to that. Just going to keep himself going in. NELLOZ might be dead to rights, and this is why we want circles that can include water again, because boop, it's fine now. But looking at the circle, we are going to have to look at this hillside where GamerLegion, N47, Raise Your Edge, Desperados, Michael, are currently residing. It could even move further away from this. Keep in mind, ENCE haven't even made it across the island yet. They're still fine over by Lighthouse.
Oh, Michael. Got to try and dodge the damage here. It's going to maybe do an underhand to try and stop them a bit. He's got really a molly to play with in two nades. That spread is coming his way.
You can jump off in the box and you're okay. What I'd like to see is Smokes me able to put out Molotovs. I'd like to see it. SIMSY? SIMSY, no, 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 no 1Gs in chat, no 1Gs in chat, SIMSY! Stop it.
I don't know if it was his own molly, but either way.
It's because the smoke was over. I don't think he realised.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
That's a good meme.
An underhand bank nade there. He's got one left. He's trying to save it for when they push the stairs, right? He wants to. That's what he's saving
Flash
it for
him.
now.
They can't see. And now here comes.
He's trying to
the
go off the sound. They're not pushing it. They're waiting for that nade. They heard the pin pull. Now is the time to push. But is he going to go for it? Is he going to bank out? Oh no! He just straight openly faces, jumps out the window, backing around the house, and it causes a problem for him. They could get one. No, he couldn't get the hip fire onto SIMSY. Close, but no cigar. TSM go 16th place.
Yeah, let's have a little look at the circle move. That's going to be pretty fun. Could still go like Millie itself.
Ooh, the Knights about to get bodied by NIP.
Yeah, they're very close by, over by the hangars. They probably don't expect NIP to still be out there, maybe. Not too sure.
They've actually pulled them
yeah,
out
NIP have turned instantly. They've instantly turned around to this. They'll be on the low ground. I don't know how much they're going to be able to see of the Knights just yet. Oh, Vard is in so much danger. If they see him, he is dead to rights. Yeah, get into a bit of cover, mate. Bloody hell.
But NIP are underneath them. This is awkward though, because the blue is on the back. It's on the, I wouldn't say the far side of the blue, but it does mean that the Knights, they're kind of stuck in this. FaZe Clan have come in to the edge of Sosnovka, into the military base, and they're in the main, the Big C compound. Team Liquid are the ones that are taking shots onto the Knights here on the top of this hangar. Everybody else is staying as was, because this obviously circle shrink doesn't change anything in this next phase.
Uh-oh, Bjorn's just been picked off by Pokemon Molodoi. That's GamerLegion. This is what I was a bit worried about, because they'll get a lot of attention there. Here comes NIP, unleashing. Oh my word, with that. That car went up real quick. Reels is still alive, barely. He wasn't the one going with them yet, so this is a bit of an issue. He's on a one-shot here, and the Blues moving in. I don't know where he can go, where he can run. Miraku's on the hunt, and it looks like Reels might be done for here. I don't think he's got time for the heal or anything else.
Bjorn down again. It must have just been revived and gone instantly. We should get the heal through on this one. It is only the phase 3. Blue hasn't obviously buffered in just yet. The Knights, luckily, they got a win in the last game, because I don't think they're getting anything from this one.
0-0. We know what it's like. Is he just going to take it with him? Just screw him over. That's cruel. Lovely spray, though. Goes back in to try and confirm it. Tag towards Miraku. Nade could finish the job. That's what you're looking for.
Yep. He's not got a big arm on him.
I tagged him. There you go. Oh, James nabbed one.
Stole it.
A couple of shots on it. Nice shot onto Miraku, though. Reels is putting in some work here.
Yeah, and he's got the first aid, so he should be able to heal himself off on the next one. But can he take Vard down? I mean, the punishment's been there. Team Liquid looking to try and steal it away. They're still sitting down in the southeastern area. So the next pull is, well, actually, I kind of expect it to center, but
Yeah, more than likely. I doubt it's going to shift anywhere, like, tricky. The fun one is if it keeps a lot of the military base in itself. That'd always be kind of interesting. Beyond that, though, I don't see it really doing much more than probably centralizing towards DA, Raise Your Edge, and Braexco. So
FaZe are waiting for VAR to just walk out
yeah.
straight into them.
Happily set up for that. There it is.
mxey picks up the point, so FaZe and Liquid still with a point piece in this game, at least. Still remains very tight between them. Still require a big win for Liquid. There we go. Expected it to center on that spot. It's
Same
good
old.
for Raise Your Edge. GamerLegion arguably as well up on that compound hill.
Did they get Bjorn back up?
Yep, yep.
He's just hidden under the names. There he is.
He's going to be bleeding out fast if he gets knocked. I think that's his third knock as well.
Yeah, I think he's just like an insta, just down.
Oh,
Samty's dead. Surely Samty's. How is he alive? I just saw like 3 players from 7 just piling bullets in towards him. What cover does he have? He's just on a tree. A tree and a prayer is what he's got right now. Support is here. Ibby and GMT going to go on the southern side, trying to find an off angle. Desperado's on the crash. Pre-nades ready. Raise Your Edge need to hold on to this. This is a very, very important game for them. Try and fight the best they can.
This is the crucial compound as well for the center point. They have to hold on. They've got 2 kills and counting so far. SIMSY, that smoke is going to help him out. I think they're going to happily stay stationed at the moment. I don't think either team's going to push any further. They might try and get Manox, who's in this 2-story.
Yeah, they're looking to try and grab that. That'd be the last thing they really, really want from this. lynxzy, though, might be able to see it if they try and push him. Christ almighty, I feel nauseous. ENCE make it in, kind of. They're on the edge of the
FaZe
circle.
are right next to them there.
Yeah, it's not a nice position. Either way you cut it, you've got Reciprocity there with you, and then you've got FaZe slowly working towards you. I don't see this working out well for either of these teams.
GamerLegion are about to get pressured on the hillside. CrowCrowd pushing up on them on the west side of this circle. That's going to be a relegation battle for GamerLegion. FaZe tossing out the nades, looking to collect the points. It's GamerLegion I'd like to see, as we see FaZe Clan engaging on Reciprocity.
Who's taking Scoom? That's GMT and James.
Liquid, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's big. That actually helps FaZe out here. That's going to alleviate the pressure and the angle that Scoom had from those garages.
SKUIJKE caught out from DA. It's over on the corner building compound. T-Bone. So CrowCrowd may actually go for an M47 here because they were further to the north of the circle. Braexco about to get pressured for lynxzy. Tried to find an out for Raise Your Edge into the Harry Potter, but Braexco was sat waiting. Nade comes in, catches Shiv off guard. Now Na'Vi are pushing on GamerLegion's compound as well. There's a 3-way battle all at that compound.
Let's see what GamerLegion have here. You're hoping that the third-party fights take over and you can pick away. That's what they're dreaming of. FaZe moving up here. This nade, if it can be banked off the 3rd garage and then hit on the back, it would be wonderful. It goes not quite where they'd want it, and Liquid gets some shots across. So Revive comes in, N47 under fire. Desperado's breaching the compound. Cordamenta around the back, though. He's got 2 players right in front of him. He gets 1. TomiL turns on a dime.
Oh my God, they've gone down.
And Raise Your Edge go down.
That's not good for them. But GamerLegion are also under pressure, so we'll see what they can benefit from this one. Raise Your Edge, they're just 1 point behind GamerLegion right now. 2 kills from that game, but GamerLegion are surrounded.
They are really surrounded. This isn't like a fun one. Fuzzface just got punished. Trade comes in. mxey's there, going to get Shiv down. Good work from Shiv to try and make something happen. The flush will always be nice, trying to just make anything out of the situation they were left in. Erangel was your final player for Reciprocity, and they've been pushed out in 13th.
So FaZe take them down and secure themselves some points. They lost Fuzz in the fight. Team Liquid have Reels sneaking in behind them. Vazku picked off from down at the tree line. That's going to free up CrowCrowd. If they can get rid of Page, they're free to go for the wraparound. And they have. So N47 go down. So now CrowCrowd and Na'Vi will face each other with GamerLegion wedged between them.
Correct, but look at that circle. It kind of cuts off CrowCrowd here, so they're going to be somewhat forced to fight. It's going to be a really awkward battle on that hillside. ubah going to get the upgrade. ENCE now spotted. They know what's coming their way. FaZe Clan know it too, but there's only 3 of FaZe standing. They're still recovering from that previous fight. Good nade! Insane nade from ubah, removing miikaz from the equation, and it's push time. This man's a monster, and he wants more.
Reels is snuck in still behind Liquid somehow. FaZe are looking to try and collect as many points as they can as they keep on pressuring. Look at Reels right behind Liquid, just creeping along that fence line.
Don't look at me.
I am your friends.
Oh, poor Reels, he's got to get moving.
That's a nice nade. That's going to start things off. Uber's going to look to get on there. There's the second. That's 2 knocked instantly. Frees up Uber to get a little closer, asking if there's any more nades coming. TRYFFELI's down low, hops up, instantly gets sprayed down, but he does manage to get Uber and flushes him quick. FaZe down to 2. Team Liquid are sending it into the compound by DA, so they're going to get in safely.
They've got to keep this pressure on. There it is, FaZe are out in 11th. It's game time for Liquid. You need to turn up big now. Like, I mean, scary old Liquid performance, if you want a shot at that. It's a few too many points, but this could be the starting, at least for it here, 4 alive in a decent position.
For CrowCrowd, the dream scenario is here. They take out both GamerLegion and Na'Vi, or somewhere in between, because obviously they're chasing down Na'Vi for points, 27 between them at the moment. If they can catch some of those kills, but obviously GamerLegion, with just 1 point ahead of Razor Edge, need anything at all. 7 have moved up on the hill below Na'Vi. That's a problem for Na'Vi, actually.
Yeah, bestlodge is on notice now. You can see him instantly looking around for that. He's like, okay, do I push? What do you want me to do here? He looks like he needs something to be able to be done, but that's a nice hillside for 7. Really awkward peaks that can be had onto Na'Vi here.
Yeah, Liquid, obviously in that little house, will have vision a little bit, but there's a nice dip for 7 to give them enough cover so they don't need to worry about it. Braexco finds SKUIJKE off. That leaves ENCE down to 2. It's a nice position, honestly, on the hillside. This next circle is basically going to kill 2 to 3 teams, depending on where we go. If you go up the hill, fine. If it goes down the hill, everybody up there is screwed.
Exactly that. So that's what we're waiting on, because everyone's in that stalemate. They're all trying to pile in towards ENCE. It looks like Liquid might have caught a glimpse on them, but it's going to be G2 to get the kill.
Ooh.
And here's Murder City. Welcome to it. So, GamerLegion, CrowCrowd, Na'Vi, all uncomfortable here. None of them
They really all need to go to where 7 are. That's really the playable position from there.
It's the only area. How on earth are they going to manage that? CrowCrowd are the furthest from it as well. That's the worst part. They have to get through GamerLegion, through Na'Vi. Na'Vi can kind of get themselves there and hold another line. GamerLegion
have stayed very static as well. They've basically avoided a lot of damage. I kind of feel that Na'Vi must have some nades still. I don't know how many they've tossed out, but a crate going to 7 as well, by the way, in that little dip. Oh no, Bjorn.
Oh, Bjorn,
he's going to bleed out so quick as well.
Yeah,
look how quick he's bleeding. Oh my word. Doesn't matter if the nades come in. Aitzy will confirm it. The top fragger overall the entire year. That's their own nades.
Here we go. This is the massive battle about to happen. Na'Vi on one side, CrowCrowd on the other, and GamerLegion stuck in the middle of things, and they still haven't taken on 7, who hold the line. bestlodge is keeping them away. miikaz trying to breach this one a little bit, tapping away towards NOOKIE. Fex finds him. GamerLegion still being a nuisance to this.
There's fire all around them. And GamerLegion, hamster at that little window, trying to do what he can. Na'Vi are holding steady.
bestlodge, what a player as well. Finding that kill towards Edelweiss. They know what's up now.
That door, don't open that door. CrowCrowd spotted, Fex gets 1 knocked down. CrowCrowd will fall, surely. And that's gone badly for them. Fex tries to get around the side, nothing for GamerLegion. He gets a doozy down and manages to flush him as well. Hamster comes around the side, almost gets Senya down. Fex gets to the smoke.
Where's 7 to third party this? They're just sitting there carrying. Now they're pushing. Sadovnik, Buster are on the way. bestlodge better be ready.
He's not looking.
Because they're not far from this. If Fex just stays alive a couple more seconds, there's danger aplenty. He couldn't quite hold on long enough. But now look at 7. They are starting to reach. They're starting to look for Na'Vi. Senya falls. Sadovnik's there. And this could be a big punish on Na'Vi.
7 would love to get some kills onto their CIS brothers. Sadovnik with a big nade on former teammate Pokemon, former captain. Takes him down. bestlodge with nothing. He's gone. And Na'Vi full fall in 7th place. But they did the damage. They did what they needed. They took CrowCrowd down to confirm that 4th place.
Yeah, they held on to it. Once they saw that fight, they went at it like absolute rabid dogs.
Team Liquid actually made the move from compound to corner compound. They have had a knock, but they might be able to get him back on his feet. Here, not anymore, as EB goes down.
Yeah, and now look at the scenario. We have Desperados in the north, G2 remaining, and depending on Braexco, south side is Liquid and Reals, who is their pretend fourth. We have DA in the middle and 7 on the hillside. The circle favors 7 here.
It's going to be just 5 points, I think it is, between GamerLegion and Razor Edge going into the final game. Team Liquid, they need to have now a big performance. Just 1 kill is all they've got. They need to get probably the rest of the server, to be honest, in a chance to chase down FaZe in the next matchup. They are, well, 31 points behind at the moment. So, yeah, they're going to have a massive, massive finish here.
BeautflDeath was a little bit baffled. That's a big angle James has got, actually. Not many bullets to play with now, 20 left. Yeah, gonna have to switch away. That could have been something lovely. Look at this, Calvin Klein's got a bit of a spot. There's not much to be had on that side of the map. Buster finds SIMSY, and Liquid maybe overextended to try and get these kills, trying to do that damage, and they get punished on the flip side of things.
DA doing DA things. Sometimes they do amazing things. Sometimes they just sit in their house. Reals found out the Knights go down 6th for them. Desperados obviously were the team that Knights were chasing, but they have all 4 alive and have been fairly proactive, so you've got to assume their position is relatively secure for now. Braexco's been in that Harry Potter for a very long time. Finally, Wolf, we found out, and goes down to SIMSY. There's nothing Liquid can do from here. This is 7s to lose.
Pretty much. That is exactly it. I don't know what the Desperados could do. They still have 4 alive, keep in mind. If they take that hillside above, but they need DA to be gone and Liquid to be gone, there's too much banking on other teams here, so they're just slowly trying to build their way around. Looking at this one, Mitraleius finds Gemty, and yeah, Liquid are being just bullied at this point. They have no helmets. SIMSY's down to absolutely nothing. Trying to make the play across the road, maybe do some damage while he can. A couple of shots through. Out of the smoke, here we go. Pushes up, gets shut down. That's fair enough. They made a valiant attempt of it.
Yeah, James is going to move his cross as well, so he's probably going to be finished off. TomiL will get 1. And that takes it down to, well, 4 for Desperados, 4 for 7 on the hillside. And, of course, DA with 3 alive in their little house. Living the dream. I tell you what, if it pulls to that house, that will make it interesting. Everybody has to push on DA.
Wouldn't that be the meme, huh? 7 starting to spread out, though. Starting to take ground, take territory. Desperados trying to do the same thing. Pretty even circle on this one, apart from DA. So the big battle, in my mind, eventually will be Desperados.
7 have still got that dip. 7 have still got that dip in this circle, which is the big part for them. For Desperados to try and make this worse, they have to have a massive knock on someone like Krabic that's going low now.
The one thing for me is at least Desperados still kind of play with those sniper rifles, so they have a chance to dig people out of it, but actually it's DA looking their way. The cover just isn't good enough for the Desperados. They've got this, you know, sadly the worst side of the circle here.
Yes. I don't see any other way that 7 don't win this at the moment.
Individual errors. It happens so often. I don't want to even say that they've got the win yet.
Buster's
because
on
SIMSY,
a big flank.
yeah, SIMSY really and Buster were looking for the same sort of thing. If SIMSY had maybe got around there, that could be an important. But they're holding this well. They're holding back DA, but they just need to not spread too far, and they need to make sure all of these peaks are somewhat safe from the Desperados.
Yeah, Buster pulls back. Calvin back on his feet. SIMSY does find an angle on Edelweiss. Buster's instantly gonna, he's instantly gonna get revived. But that was the sort of position they needed. That's the sort of flank. Does it buy them time? No, because Buster's nade stops Calvin dead.
SIMSY's got a car. He might just send it somewhere, do what he can with this. Smokes are up. 6mo making the play. This is going to keep the attention of 7 for certain. You see TomiL trying to pile in on the frags as well. Buster, yeah, he already had the vehicle. He was off, but Buster's angle's big. He needs that smoke to go up to give him some safety from this. And he can't get that going soon enough. Buster's going to see it, but Krabic's there to catch DA as they move out in the south.
Buster caught out in the hillside. His flanks overextended. Sadovnik's going to try and get up there and help him out, but Desperados are taking positional advantage. SIMSY and TomiL now in that central position. SIMSY's going aggressive, looking towards that hillside. Ultra's also pushed up. Desperados, they have a good position now in this final circle with it all shrinking in the center.
Here we go. Crab trying to catch one on the run. That was Ultra trying to come down. Yeah, weakened up before Sadovnik closes. It's not over yet. Sadovnik was low, keep in mind. SIMSY right back at it as well. 3 teams still standing. Yeah, DA are still in this fight.
And they've got Krabic and Ildevice down on the side here. SIMSY will manage to flush the one. It's a 2 for Desperados. D8, sorry, still standing as well.
Oh no, the nade!
Looks perfect from Sadovnik. So Sadovnik a Buster, 6-mo Beautiful Death, and just TomiL. He's all that stands.
TomiL needs to go snake mode here, let the others fight it out. Buster finds 6-mo, and there's TomiL striking to find it. And now, how big can you go, TomiL? A 1v2? I don't know, that might be even beyond your capabilities.
We've said it so many times, it's always TomiL left standing for Desperados. He's once again in a 2v1. He was against Aitzy earlier on and had to withstand 4 grenades coming his way. Can he land one of these big SLR spots? Neither team really have the central position.
No utility.
There's just nothing to work for either of them.
Yeah, TomiL's got nothing to play out of. He needs to land the shot here, and he's banking on one of them to overpeak. Have a little look too far, and here comes the blue. It looks like it's all but over for TomiL.
Yeah.
A valiant attempt. He makes the run. A desperation play, but it's 7 to close out with the win.
It's a 9-kill win. More importantly for Desperados, it was 10 kills and 2nd place, so a 16-point answers nicely to the Knights. Obviously, you just had that big matchup a moment ago. They tried to make the play, Desperados, but it didn't work out for them. The simple fact is, 7 had the high ground.
Oh, that was a fun game in the end. I like that one. GamerLegion trying to hold on to this. We're seeing everyone really clawing for whatever it is they're fighting for. No one's having easy games now. No one. And we saw a hot drop, kind of.
Yeah, well, they tried. They tried, Team Liquid. That was the chance they had. 7, though, the winners, I'm sure, with some amazing words for Parla.
I'm looking forward to it, D-Man. I think the guys are definitely going to be happy with that win after speaking to Sadovnik yesterday. They know what's going to be happening next, what their sights are set on. Sadovnik, congratulations to you and your team on that win. Talk to me about the approach.
Again, you with your English. Wait, sorry. It was a good game for us. We take position at start of circle and just played slowly, killed all opponents behind us, and just go front and we got good timings when Na'Vi fights with, I don't remember. Okay, we killed in timing Na'Vi and did our work.
Yeah, it was when you pushed onto Na'Vi in Phase 6, I think is what you're referring to.
You can ask again?
I think you're talking about Na'Vi in Phase 6 when you pushed on to them, yeah.
Yes. And
it's okay, Sadovnik, let's move on to the next. No, it's fine, you're doing great. Let's move on to the next question. Yesterday, when we spoke, you mentioned that you already have your sights set on the promotional games. But today and yesterday, you've shown us that you can win, and earlier in the tournament as well, that you can win at the PL level. So how do you factor that in going into the promotional games?
We start to play good too late, but I think, I hope we gonna win promo or go to top 4 and we can come back to PL and show our game what we can do. And I think we're gonna play good if we gonna...
If you keep up that pace, right? Well, Sadovnik, thank you very much for the... What's going on, man?
Хочу передать привет Митшоу, Батулину и всем руферам из чата.
I say only one phrase. Дай бог здоровья, guys.
Yeah, man. Cool. That was awesome, guys. Thank you very much for the interview. Congratulations on your chicken dinner. Let's head back to the desk.
I do love those brief, fleeting moments in esports where PEL are interviewing people, and obviously some of the players say something in their native language, and PEL acknowledges it and says that was awesome, even though he has absolutely no clue what they said during that moment in time. Great stuff, and good job by Seven to be able to take the win there. Very similar circles to one of our military games like a few days ago.
You know what? FaZe Clan played the exact same position that they did.
Yeah.
And Seven saw that. they must have seen it in the VODs, and they decided to play the exact same way and paid off dividend and managed to get a win here. Nice to see. Unfortunately for Liquid, this is going to make it a bit harder for them. They actually also had the potential to do the same kind of wrap around on the southern side, maybe take out Sen on the way and then play the same. Going into the corner house there, they needed 2 circles on a row to make sure that they could stay alive towards the end.
Liquid did make an attempt to actually hot drop on FaZe Clan.
Yeah.
It didn't work out because FaZe Clan, they did dip out. They went for the west side. And we saw we had the military circle. Both of the teams went for boats. Liquid went more for the south though, and never got like really engaged towards FaZe Clan after that.
Oh, such a nice nade.
This does now leave, though, whilst we take a look at the highlights here, Liquid in a precarious position where they need not only a win, but a boatload of kills to try and catch up with FaZe, correct?
So 28
points.
We're talking
28
points. Not a record-breaking game, but better than they had so far in the FaZe.
And for FaZe to get 0 points.
Yes.
Oof.
And we're talking very close in terms of kills as well. FaZe Clan is actually currently 5 kills.
But if you're getting an 18 kill win, you're gonna have more kills.
Yeah, obviously. But if they also get like a few kills here and there, like it's gonna come down to the last thing. What I'm curious to see is, are they gonna hot drop there again, or is FaZe gonna go into Pochinki to take the chance of saying, you know what, we'll try to take out some of you guys, try to take some of the limbs off and stuff like this, and to make sure they can maybe disable their capabilities of winning a game as well.
Look, the thing is that since Liquid tried to hot drop on FaZe Clan, there is a big possibility that FaZe Clan might actually drop into Pochinki in the next game here, because they might think that Liquid is trying to do the same thing one more time with a more successful attempt.
Yeah, would we love to see a TDM between FaZe Clan and Liquid in Pochinki for the first 4 minutes? That would be perfect.
I mean, it's not just any TDM, it's a TDM for a lot of money for being the #1 here in PEL Phase 3 as well.
But again, gentlemen, 28 points is a mammoth task.
Well, the record so far in Phase 3 is only 27 points.
Yeah.
That happened twice.
Yeah.
TSM did get a 31-point game in the actual first game of Phase 1. So it can be done, obviously. But, you know, what I want to see is FaZe Clan, Liquid, shake hands, TDM, best of 1 in Pochinki. Who wins Phase 3?
I'm going to tell you something. Those kinds of handshakes in other esports have not ended well.
No.
Right?
I would love to see a TDM, though.
Let's talk about other borders when it comes to things that are really going to matter for a lot of these teams. As we take a look at the points coming in, of course, M47, 0 points, blah, 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 points. There are other points that really do matter. GamerLegion and Raise Your Edge right now, how close are they in relegation spots?
They have 4, so Raise Your Edge has 451.
Yes.
GamerLegion is 456, which is the exact same amount of points as Liquid and FaZe Clan has in kills. Exactly.
Oh, what? Exactly.
FaZe Clan has 456 kills. GamerLegion has 456 points. Team Liquid has 451 kills. Raise Your Edge has 451 points.
So even without placements, they could have been... That's so stupid.
Well, okay, so the thing to take away from Raise Your Edge and GamerLegion, though, 5 points between the teams right now.
Right.
GamerLegion, on the other hand, they have a lot more kills than Raise Your Edge. So Raise Your Edge, they gotta get more points than those 5, because if it's a tie, GamerLegion will be the one who will be moving on.
If you're in that situation, if you're down there and you're looking to avoid relegation once we take a look at the teams, blah, blah, what's your tactic? Do you just keep playing your own game? Do you keep that kind of insular position?
I'll tell you this, Raise Your Edge own game is not working, so you're not doing that.
Well,
100%.
I'll tell you this, okay? What if Raise Your Edge gets 0 points, GamerLegion gets 0 points, and Digital Analytics, they break the record of most kills and points in one game with 32 points and put both of them in relegation zone.
32 points? Just so,
wouldn't that be
the sky world you live in?
That's more points than they've gotten in 5 games so far.
Daily changes today, guys. Pittsburgh Knights, they have delivered 44 points
it's
in 5 games.
It's not quite the last day of Phase 2 for Pittsburgh Knights, but it is enough to put them in a safe spot.
They are literally done. They're
literally done.
They can literally not play the next game and they'll still make it, though.
Great.
N47 CrowCrowd, though, swap spots. 9 points today for N47, 51 for CrowCrowd, guys.
Probably one of N47's worst days ever.
That's a $10,000 change right there.
Yeah. Brutal stuff, and of course.
Well,
these
actually,
teams...
G2 could take over N47 as well in the
With
next
2
game.
points.
Look at that.
Oh my!
Yeah, they could.
And then we'd be back to the 6 teams going to PGC in the top 6, but with a little bit of a caveat of G2 being below CrowCrowd there. Anyway, let's take a look at it all again. Didn't we just look at this? Oh no, we saw the shifts.
yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
So, reciprocity. If they're going to take over NIP, it's 27 points. Wait. Is it? No, it's not.
No, it's 28 points to
yeah,
tie.
it's 27.
No, it's 27 points.
What? Who are you talking about?
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity
is an
of
Oh,
NIP.
sorry, I was looking at the very top. Okay, yeah, right. Good job. Good job,
I don't
guys.
think it's going to happen.
No.
No.
Obviously,
That ship has sunk.
for this game, 2 things to look at. 3 things to look at. Is G2 going to take over N47? Who's going to win? And who's going to relegate? And it's still coming down to the last game. Obviously, it's interesting. Liquid has to make a monster run for it, but the other 2 guys, it's 5 points, it's 2 points. It's literally so close.
Feels the real battle is 12th and 13th right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
so,
for these teams.
I mean, the teams you want to watch out for in the next game. Raise Your Edge, GamerLegion, N47, G2, and possibly FaZe Clan and Team Liquid.
If something mammoth happens.
But Team Liquid, they need to, I don't know, have day of their life, the game of their lives to be able to pull that off right now.
Has happened in the past, though. We have seen crazy moments at the end of some of these tournaments.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Or CrowCrowd have a 32-point record-breaking game as well. Take over Na'Vi with if Na'Vi has 0 points.
It's a lot of record-breaking
Yeah, I'm
games
just
that
saying
needs
it.
to happen.
We've seen 20+ kill games before. Wouldn't it be lovely to see a big win in
Did
the
you
end?
drink something weird whilst you were out there?
No, I'm just excited. It's the end of Phase 3. We have a lot of winners here.
I
We have a
agree.
lot of teams going to PGC. We have 6. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
It is fantastic.
Look, we saw Liquid hot drop FaZe Clan in the last game.
FaZe Clan's going to hot drop Liquid. In
FaZe Clan
Pochinki.
is not going
Well,
anywhere near Milta,
that's not
in
where
my
I'm
mind.
going.
They are.
No.
Raise Your Edge is going to hot drop GamerLegion in the next one.
Nah, no chance.
Do you think so?
No. I don't see that happening.
But if they don't, I mean, they've got nothing to lose.
What do you have to lose? That's the only team standing in your way right now.
You got a relegation or you
Your
don't.
own game has not worked so far.
But taking a team deathmatch fight on somebody else's home turf?
Stop
Yeah.
calling it team deathmatch.
Well, it effectively is when there's nobody else.
I guess. Yeah, and that's how the standings are right now. Of course, FaZe is in an extremely commanding position to take a back-to-back phase for FaZe. It is very close. And of course, big shout out to our sponsor in Samsung here, bringing their C27 RG5.
That's the one.
To all the players here with the curved monitor, 240 hertz. Fantastic stuff.
Nice.
There you go. Nice. And also DXRacer, you know? Comfy chairs for all of those players to sit nice, recline sometimes, feel comfortable. I'm okay with
We've
that.
seen a few players being able to sleep before the game started. Seen G2
Gotta be
guys.
a comfy chair if they can do that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure, that's for sure. All right, final game, gentlemen.
Final game, guys. I'm
Final
excited.
game. It's been 96 games in the
95.
making.
3 phases. We're at the end of the line for the season in PEL.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been a very
It could be the
fantastic-
last time I see you guys all year.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
You know, sometimes. Yeah, it would. Yeah.
No, it's been a pleasure working with you guys. I'm excited for this last match here. We have, again, 3 major stories that is going to come down to in the end. It's honestly, I hope to see some spicy stuff in Pochinki. I hope we're going to see Liquid making a run for it. It would be interesting to see. But FaZe Clan have been dominating all the phase, and they deserve it at this point.
Frost, final thoughts before we head?
GamerLegion and Raise Your Edge. That's where I'm going to be looking in the next game. I think that's like the main storyline for the last game here of PEL Phase 3.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Time for a short break, and when we return, it is game number 96. We've had 95 games lead up to this, and at the moment, FaZe is in an extremely dominant position. We've got to watch out for those relegation spots as well. We'll see you in a few to see who's